Hello everyone, and today I'm giving you my review of Sinister 2. Let me just say this, above all things. When you have a film, and it's smart, creative, and innovative, and it opens new endless doors for a sequel or a reboot or whatever, something like that, you expect a follow-up to be good. You expect it. You have expectations. And sometimes those expectations, those can be crushed so hard. I wanted to really enjoy this movie. I really wanted to. My sister is back in town for the weekend. We got to see this. We both walked away from this movie. We were both just like, this was not good. We're like, I wish we could see a better movie. And we wish we can get another Tower of Hers. This movie is terrible. It's really awful. I'm basically in the story of this movie, because it's a continuation with the series of Sinister, is that the story essentially is about this woman and her two children who essentially try to outrun her abusive husband, and while that's happening on, the same police sheriff type of character from the first movie, who who's kind of like good looking, that character from the first Insidious movie, trying to adjust my belt. Sorry. And like, of course, he comes across these tapes, like how he's talked to the character in the first movie, played by Ethan Hawke, and he takes a interest in this, and like again, and the woman's kids found the tapes, and they reported it to that sheriff, and they make everything seem like it's a complete run-in. Everything seems like it is. Oh, they're on the run again, so they can come across the footage that they saw in the first movie. And when that happened, I'm just like, I can see why now this movie was made, because, now granted, when the first movie ended, when Sister 1 ended, when I made a review of that, I'll link that down below, my first review of the first movie I made earlier this year. I remember that ending, and I'm like, wow, the endless possibilities. It seems so interesting in what you could do for a sequel. Written right. Well done. No. This movie, they don't even take advantage of that. It seems like the man who made this movie didn't even acknowledge. It seemed like, seriously, it's like, with a smarter director, this could have been a complete something else. It could have been something else. Better, smarter, a whole different film. Not entitled Sinister 2. It makes everything seem like it's a run-in. It makes it seem produced. It makes it seem like it's an awkward movie. Everything seems forced. Oh, they come across the footage. I'm like, okay, how the fuck did the footage get there in the first fucking place? Please explain that to me, okay? No, I don't expect everything to be hand-felt to me, okay? I understand filmmakers need to have trust in the movies, and they know less is more, and they need, some questions answered, but it gets to the point where you can just refute things immediately while I'm watching the movie, and it makes the experience of seeing a movie much, much worse. I hate films like this. I really do. It makes everything seem so clearly set up. It seems so obvious. It seems so clearly built from the ground up of not even trying. It's like, granted, I'm not so sure about you guys, but I wanted a sequel to a Sinister. I'm just like, oh wow, cool, there's going to be a sequel. I watched the first one. And I did. I loved the first one. Let's bring the first one up. There's 3 words I want to describe the first film. It was smart, it was subtle, and it was psychological. It knew the effect of showing those grisly murders of the main character in the first movie, played by Ethan Hawke, like I said before. It felt like you were in his perspective, seeing these real grisly murders. It's like watching over the top death, like something like right here on the internet, and you're freaked out and you're traumatized. That's sort of like when you see my review. When you see my review of the first Sinister movie, which of course I would link down below, is that there's a certain effect of you feeling highly disturbed and shocked. And the point where a film can do that, I give it major props for doing that. That first film is, in my eyes, one of the best horror movies in the last 5 years. It really is. That, The Conjuring, VHS 2, and some others. I'm getting a bit off topic, but whatever. It's like, but those ones were so well written, so well concise, so many different things. And this movie is like one of the most poor excuses for a sequel I've ever seen. And I've seen thousands of films in my life, and I'm just in my early 20s. This is one of the most poorest excuses I've ever seen for a film being made. Everything seems so clearly brought up from it. There's a certain degree that this film pissed me off more than I can ever realize. And you may say, well, is there a few things you like in this movie? Number one, the mother. The mother actually does give a genuinely good performance, and so does the cop you see from the first movie, or like the good-looking sheriff cop dude. He gives a good performance in the film. There is a couple moments where it seems like it is trying to set up like a creepy, eerie scene. I'm like, oh, okay. This could be interesting. This might be interesting. I like the tone. I like the way it's shot. Then again, I feel like I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel when I'm saying it's well shot. Like, you can say that even about movie 43, and that's one of the worst films of all time. Again, getting off topic, I'm so sorry. But it's like, it's well shot, and there's a lot of moments where you can definitely feel like there's a sense of it's trying to channel its inner gothic side. It's almost like paying an homage to the old 60s type of gothic, black, white, and gray feel that you get from those really old, timeless horror movies. And there's a couple moments where you can sense that. You can sense it. You can sense just a couple moments where it's like, oh, okay, will this be interesting? Will this be scary? Of course it wasn't. There's a couple scenes I will say that one, they did not get under my skin like the first film, and they should have. I would say there's like a few more that did make me jump immediately, but it's like, there's a difference between getting a jump scare and getting a good scare. And the other thing I hate about this movie is that when you watch these raw footage, or that the kid watches, they're overbearingly, explicitly gory and graphic. This movie has an R, and the R rating is well deserved. I will say that. It's like, when you watch those footages from the first movie, they were highly disturbing. I felt freaking horrified. But in this film, it feels like they're being gory just for being gory for gory's sake. Like, the same Hostel and Saw route that any horror film will want to do this year. And, the mother's performance, fine. The sheriff's performance, fairly good. The kids, the main two kids, not so great. However, the children of the corn type of side kids, like, look at this footage. Like the kids. If you've seen this movie already, it's like the kids who essentially want to show the kid the footages. That was really sad. I'm sorry, but it's like this type of kids. Like seeing the ads. Oh my God! There's some of the worst performances of the year so far. They are really bad. I don't know what the direction it was that they had on set, and I know essentially they're kids. Yeah, but I still expect kids to give a damn good performance, or at least try. But it seemed like they seemed so bored and had little to no direction in this film, where it felt wasted. But in the end, Sinister 2 is... This could have been something good. This could have been something good. It really could have been. This isn't the worst movie of the year, I will say. It's not the worst, but it is one of the most disappointing. And it breaks my heart to say that Sinister 2... It really breaks my heart to feel like... For me to even say it feels like they didn't even try. And I expected anyone within the realm of film to try their best. Even some of the worst filmmakers who've been making some of the bad films in the last few years, they've been trying. Do you think they were trying to Man of Steel or Green Lantern? Granted, I don't like those movies, but in the very least, I can sense they were trying. They were trying to do something good. They had potential. I could see a light burn inside of the film and the filmmakers because I know they're talented and I know they can do some good stuff. They've done great stuff in the past. Why can't they do it now? Fuck this movie. Like I said, it's definitely going to be... It's one of the worst films of the year so far. And I am very, very disappointed in Sinister 2. In the end, I'm going to give... You may ask, is it worse than The Gallows? Is it worse than Hitman? From a personal standpoint, yes, for both those. But at the very least, then again, I think The Gallows and Sinister, and I think both The Gallows and Hitman Agent 47 were much more dead on arrival, so I'm like, what do I expect? There's a whole nother debate there. But in the end, this fucking shit pile of a movie can burn in hell. And in the end, I'm going to give Insidious Chapter 2 a 14%. That's my rating for this movie, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed it. And thank you guys for watching our 3-part movie review during this weekend, which ends tonight with this review. Thank you for sticking around, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the future for more videos. As always, you can click subscribe down below. As always, thank you kindly and dearly from the bottom of my heart for anyone who's watching right now. Thank you. And as always, stay strong. Thank you for watching.